What's good, people? Simeon Panda here, and I am fresh back from the LA Fit Expo, which was on the weekend, and that inspired today's video. So today's video is going to be about traps. Why? Because the number one question I got asked at my stand was, how do I build traps? The other question was about building rear delts, so I might throw that in as well, but today's video is all about how to build big traps. Now, the technique that you need for this is so simple. It's so easy, this isn't gonna be a complicated video of me talking through all sorts of exercises, etc. I'm gonna show you a few, but there's one key exercise, the main one, and I'm gonna start with it. In fact, what I might do for this video is I might go in order of what I feel is the most significant and most powerful exercises to build your trap. So we'll start with the biggest first and then work our way through some others. And I'll give you a little bit of history with my traps. I've always done the same exercise from the beginning. You know, the exercise that I'm gonna show you as the first one is the same exercise that I've done for years now. You guys know I've been training 19 years. A lot of that time when I actually finally did get to the gym, so let's talk about maybe 13 years, I've done this exercise, and this exercise is what I attribute my traps to. That's pretty much the introduction. I just want to get straight to it. I'm going to show the exercises and I'm going to talk about them as we go on. Let's go. So if you follow me, at some point you've seen me barbell shrugging a ridiculous amount of weight. I'm talking 300 kilos, 320 kilos. I think back in the day, I even went up to 340 kilos. Barbell shrugs is the king of the traps exercises, the king, that's it, you know? So that's the first exercise I'm gonna show you. And before I start, I'm gonna show you all of these videos. So check out these videos. I have been shrugging for years on years. That is what has given me my traps. So these are the things that you're going to need to look out for when you're doing the shrugs. There's a lot of different techniques, although it seems like a very simple movement of just going up and down, which it is. That's the funny thing about it. That's as simple as it needs to be. There are all these variations that people do that I'm going to show you, and I'm not going to denounce them and say that they necessarily they don't work, but I'm going to tell you that all I did was the basic up and down movement at quite a fast pace and with a lot of heavy weight. That's pretty much it, you know? So it hasn't been a pause at the top, it hasn't been a, you know, pull back, it hasn't been a rocking, rolling, which I really don't advise. There's no need for you to be rolling your shoulders as you do the exercise. So I'm gonna show you all of these and I'm gonna show you the correct way. Let's go. Okay guys, so I've shown you how I do my barbell shrugs. And if you compare it to all the other videos I've shown you, it's exactly the same technique. So what I do is I go heavy, and I actually go heavy right from the beginning. Unlike most exercises where I warm up, you know, 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, etc. With barbell shrugs, I go in heavy straight away. Reason being is I do my shrugs on shoulders day, and it's the last exercise. My shoulders, my joints, everything's warm. There's no need for me to mess around with a lightweight when I'm doing my shrugs. So I go heavy straight away. As you saw, I start with the 5 plates. On a good day, I can go 6, 6.5, you know, and I do high reps with it. It's the same technique that I've employed all these years. Now, what I'm gonna do next is show you some techniques that are less favorable. One of the techniques that I showed you was when you load the bar with weight that you really can't handle, and then you have to employ the use of a spring action from your knees. Me personally, for me, let's isolate the traps, you know? So we don't want to be jerking with our knees. We just want it to be a smooth up and down motion, you know? So I showed you that, guys, to say that if you're having to do that with the weight, maybe take the weight down. Now, what I'm going to show you are some other techniques that people use that probably do work. I just don't employ them with my traps training, but these are techniques that you can maybe take advantage of as well. Now, that is to lower the weight and some people do a slower tempo. So I'm gonna show you that. The technique that I really wouldn't advise, that some people do as well, is the rolling of the shoulders. It's so bad that I don't even want to demonstrate it with weight. So I'm going to show you that with just the bar, but that's another technique. Let's go. Okay guys, so before I ever did barbell shrugs, I started off with dumbbells, and I went super heavy. As the years went on, the dumbbells kept going up and up and up and up, and I'm gonna show you something real quick, follow me. So what we've got over there is the max. Now that was the issue that I had over the years. Every time I wanted to shrug, the dumbbells were just too comfortable for me. So it got to a point when I was training at Metroflex and I went up to the 195-pound dumbbells and I was doing like 15 reps, which is more reps than I would like for me in terms of wanting to really torch the traps, you know? So I wanted more weight. That is when I moved on to barbell. So for you, if you're just starting out and you still find doing dumbbell shrugs comfortable, they're very easy for you, then by all means, dumbbells is a very quick and easy way to hit your traps. You can just go to the rack, grab some dumbbells and hit your shrugs, you know? So, but yeah, for me, it got to a point where they were just not heavy enough. And that's when I switched over to barbell. So, but they were integral in building my traps. So for years, I started off with dumbbells. Although you only see me doing barbell now, you know the reason, that's the reason. So we're gonna do some heavy shrugs right now with the dumbbells, and I'm gonna show you the technique. Again, the technique is just similar to barbell, straight up, straight down, quite a fast tempo, no bend in the knees, no drive, just traps working. Okay, again, just like I did with the barbell, I went heavy and my reps were quite fast, although I kept strict form. There was no bend in my knees, it was all traps. Another technique that other people use, maybe sometimes I might use this technique, but very rarely, is to go lighter and slower. Now, it's funny because some people are gonna tell you, oh, lighter and slower works better than heavy and faster. I've got the traps. So I think I've got the answer there, you know? So let's do it. Take a lighter weight, you're gonna shrug up, hold, and drop, and drop. Just like so. Now, I'm not saying that's not effective. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure it works a treat. But like I said, for me, I go heavy and a faster tempo, and that's how I built my traps. So I'm only giving you what I know from my experience. So, but that is another technique you can try. Go lighter, take your time, pause at the top, drop it down. Pause at the top, drop it down. Okay guys, that is it. As I said to you, this wasn't going to be a video similar to my other ones where I show you 10 exercises for this or 5 exercises for this. This is specifically how I build traps, how to build your traps, you know, and it doesn't really take all these crazy exercises. It just takes the basics. You're either going to do your barbell shrugs or your dumbbell shrugs. I mean, if you add those to your shoulders day, some people might do it on a back day, add those to your routine, you'll get traps. Just have to keep working at it consistently. Like I said, I've been doing it year on year, heavy, and they always get a crazy pump. So add those to your routine. There's other exercises I could have included. I could have included a farmer's walk, which is another good way to target your traps. However, it's such a compound movement that uses so many muscle groups that I wanted to show you the exercises that target your traps, you know? So I did show you face pulls, which is essentially a rear delt exercise. However, your middle traps do get a good pump and are used as a secondary muscle as you pull towards your face. So that's why I showed you the face pulls. But the basic exercise that you need to do is barbell shrugs or dumbbell shrugs. Okay guys, I appreciate you. Tell your friends, subscribe, peace out.